Hello, guys. Welcome, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to our session. Today, it's June the 20th, Tuesday, June the 20th. And today we're having our 7th class. We have here in our session Andrea, Angelica, Daniela, Harold, Natalie, and Jennifer. Thank you very much, guys, for being here, for being punctual. So we're gonna wait while more people join. And in the meantime, I am going to share the agenda for today. So as a warming up, I wanted to start with the speaking task, the one that you're going to show from last class. From our previous class that was on Friday. Remember that we didn't have time to check that because time is not enough. So my idea was to begin with that activity so that you had the opportunity to present the task. Remember that this task is graded, so that's why I wanted to take the time to check it. Then we are going to watch a YouTube video about The Simpsons. They predicted, well, The Simpsons, sorry. Simpsons. Predicting the future. So we're going to talk about that in our session today. We're going to start Unit 9. We're going to be working on pages 86 and 87. Then we're going to have our break. And then after our break, we are going to be working on future forms. We're going to start with a Kahoot in order to review different future forms. Not only will, going to, be, going to, and present continuous. So in this unit, we are going to be talking about the future and predictions and, several topics about it. So let's wait for more people. They're joining. And then we're going to begin with our session, okay? So we had, hold on. Are you guys ready to present, or should we wait a couple of minutes while more people join? We only have 2 groups. So the groups are big, well, kind of. Are you guys ready to start?
I don't know, teacher, what do you think? It's better to start now or to wait to the other people?
Okay. So we have 8 people right now in the session.
Teacher,
yes.
what do you want for me? I don't know the other is okay.
Okay. Because okay, Danny, very good. So we have 8 people so far. We are missing like 10 or 9. So we're missing half of the students. And it's 6:10, so they should be here. Well, this is a quick reminder for all of you that classes start at 6. I know that you guys are very punctual. However, there's some students that are, not that punctual lately, and it's a great reminder that we need to start at 6 o'clock, so that we don't waste our precious time. Okay, so let's see. Oh, we have Mayra Pinson in this session. So let's start. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, we have 2 more people. We have Julie and Mayra.
Teacher, no, it's about the class, but at the end, can I talk to something with you?
Yeah, of course.
Sure. Okay.
You can, do you want to do it here, or do you want to text me and have more like a private conversation.
Texting maybe.
Yeah,
Text.
okay, sure,
Okay.
sure. Not a
If-
problem. Okay, sure, not a problem. Okay, people, I'm going to open your drives folder. And then you guys are going to present. We have group number 1 and group number 2. So let's go back real quick, and we are going to talk about the task. So we're going to talk real quick about the task that you guys are going to present, in case some of you have forgotten about it. So the idea of this speaking task is to choose celebrities for a charity track that is called Operation Educate. So the idea of this activity is to raise money in order to build sort of buildings and have essential equipments for schools that are in poor areas in the world, and to also increase its public profile and status. And so they're asking for celebrities, not only celebrities related to entertainment. No, it's not only that. I mean, it's celebrities related to maybe politicians or comedians, or several types of famous people, right? Or yeah, like famous people or celebrities to go on this trip. So you guys had to choose 6 celebrities who will make the final team, who will be part of the team, right? And then 1 extra celebrity in case one of the 6 chosen drops out. So you have like a reserve, you have a reserve celebrity, and you had several profiles. Okay, so let's get it started. Now we have 11 students, so I guess we can start. And then group number 1, you guys can share your screen, or if you don't want to share your screen and then you want to start talking about and explaining your decisions, then go ahead. So group number 1, please. I'm gonna read the names for group number 1. We have Freddy, Ana Maria, Diana. Oh, okay. So let's see if any of them are here.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
Here. Okay. I have to read all of this, or just...
Yeah, I mean it's the presentation. It's presentation.
Okay. What Operation Educate aims to do as a charity? It aims to provide buildings and essential equipment to schools in poor areas around the world. Their main goal is to improve the educational system by providing facilities and resources for the most disadvantaged communities for 2 months with a survival kit. The aim of the safari trek and how it will work. The safari trek is organized by Operation Educate, and it aims to raise money for the charity, but increasing the public profile and the media coverage. It also provides an adventurous experience for the celebrity participants and offers an opportunity to expose the challenges they have to face during this trip when surviving by themselves. The most important characteristic and attributes that celebrity participant needs to have. They must have a good level of physical and mental fitness. There must be someone with very good communication skills, someone with experience in leading and managing teams, as well as someone who is a good communicator. What other decisions have to be made by the organizing committee? They will need to make decisions about the logistical arrangements, such as transportation, accommodation, and provision of basic survival training for the celebrities. They will also need to provide guides to keep an eye on each group during the specific parts of the trip. Additionally, there will be decisions about media coverage and fundraising fundraising. They must be prepared with pre-hospital equipment to send support of the participants required. Also, I believe that they should have prepared professional and experts to support the activities. Are the most less suitable from a fitness point of view? Most suitable, Bib Shepard. She's a professional cyclist, and she's also described as super fit. She is someone who had experience with teams and testing her physical abilities. And the less the less suitable, thank you, Ricky Lowell, because he's an overweight and does not exercise regularly.
Yeah, so taking into account that in this safari or trip, they're going to travel like a long distances, and they also need to climb, and it requires a lot. It requires a lot of physical effort. So yeah, I understand.
Might have psychological issues like the necessary mental stamina. Adricot Albani, who is famous for being famous and has had past problems with drugs and alcohol, might have physically issues. With Shepard, she has had publicized emotional problems in the past. Might lack necessary mental stamina. Adricot Albani, who is famous for being for being famous and has had past problems with drugs and alcohol. Obvious leadership qualities. Lena Chan, the multimillionaire international businesswoman, knows for her negotiating and people skills. Most useful from fundraising publicity point of view. Freddie Quinn, he has a powerful connections in the media. Lena Chan for her powerful feature in business work. Good or bad at deadline with media. Freddie
dealing with media.
Sorry. Good and bad at dealing with media. Freddie Finn, known for his connection in the media and popularity with the public. Potential bad at dealing with the media. Nadia Doran, known for the outspoken and outrageous opinion. Outrageous, teacher?
Outrageous
opinion, which can make her a feature of honor in the media. Good at lending can you repeat, teacher?
Good at dealing with the media.
Dealing. Okay. Dealing. Good at dealing with the media. Freddie Finn, known for his connection in the media and popularity with the public. Nadia Doran, known for her outspoken and outrageous opinions. Has to broaden the appeal and get range of the public interested. Um, Angelique, the ex-model and reality TV, has a good eye for publicity and a history of appearing on TV shows. Okay, eh, likely to be in a conflict with each other, Tricot Bunny and Angelique, since they both date the same man. Likely to get on Bessa's group, Mosharif, Ricky Lowe, and Lina Chan because of their personalities. The 6 celebrities who will make the final team are Freddie Finn, DJ and TV presenter. He's known for his popularity and the connections he has with the media, but he was a heavy smoker and he suffered from a heart attack. Alex Lane, he's a member of the boy band Slur with a large teenage girl following and potential for publicity. He has no social skills and is not able to drive. Bib Shepard, professional gold medalist, high fit and capable. However, she is a highly strong and physically fragile.
Psychological, fragile.
Psychologically fragile, which means she won't bear the situation in the trip. Ricky Lowell, comedian, popular and known for his charity work, although he is overweight and does not experience, making it difficult to complete the challenges in the trip. And Mo Sharif, because he is an ex-charity worker as a journalist, he is well known to the public for his high-profile reports. His college described him as a level-headed and highly intelligent, but he's impatient and arrogant, so he will not be a good leader. Who will be the research in case anyone drops out? Audrey Bunny will be the reserve in case anyone drops out, since she has been working as a charity volunteer and her father has offered a free concert, adding some bubble to the fundraising. Who will be the media spokesperson? Freddie Finn, because of his connections in the media, it can help to attract public attention and generate interest in the trick. Who will be appointed overall group leader? Lena Shan, a multimillionaire businesswoman, will be appointed as the overall group leader. Her negotiation and people skills, along with her determination, made her the overall group leader. She can handle unforeseen problems and conflicts with the group. The 3 celebrities chosen for the Kilimanjaro climb are Freddie Finn. His fitness level has been checked by a doctor as he has been approved to have physical activity. Also, his popularity and media connections can contribute media coverage to the climb. Bib Shepard, she's a professional cyclist. She's super fit and can handle the physical demands of the climb. And Mo Sharif, he is an expert in Africa affairs and he has some experience reporting on humanitarian issues. He can also provide some important commentary during the climb. He is also quite fit.
Okay, very good, Ana Maria. Now you can breathe, you can rest.
Thank you, teacher.
Finally. Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Ana Maria. Great job. I liked the celebrities that you chose. I think they were that you guys discussed deeply all the options, and then you managed to choose the ones that were the best to, you know, to work during this safari track or trip that they are going to take. So thank you very much, group number 1. Now we are going to listen to group number 2, but then you guys, you don't have to read the answers to the questions of the first part. You only need to talk about your 6, I mean the last part. Let me show you which one. So here I have these ones from, this is from group number 2. So no, sorry, from group number 1. So only this part, when you talk about the 6 celebrities who will make the final team, and then this part, okay? So only that part of the I mean this part, the roles, okay? So let's listen to one person from group number 2. Let's see who is in that team. Who are the participants? So we have Daniela, Harold, Angelica, Christian, Andrea, and Brian. So guys, any of you, please, you can now start.
Sure.
Yes, Danny? Do you say something?
Can you send me the link, teacher? Share the screen and how to present. Teacher, I don't know, but I have a lot of folder. So I swear that I keep in my computer, but I'm always lost.
But okay. Okay, now Angelica is sharing, but I shared the link as well. Okay, go ahead.
Teacher, start with this point.
The roles, with the roles.
Okay. Yes, it's the roles.
Hi, teacher. I start since the 4th one. What other decision have to made by the organizing committee?
What do you say, Christian? Were you asking me something?
If we have to start to share since the 4th question. What other decisions have to be made by the organizing committee?
The roles, the roles.
Other roles?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay, the participants that we showed was Bib Shepherd, Angelique Mosharif, Bishop Martin Okoro, Ricky Love, and Nadia Duran. The media spokesperson, Ricky Love, and the leader of the group, Nadia Duran, and the participants who do claim the Kilimanjaro will be Big Shepherd, Angelique, and Mosharif. The second option participant will be Lena Shank. The most and the less suitable from the fitness point of view, the most one is Bib Shepherd, and the less one is Ricky Love. And may have psychological issues, lack of the necessary mental stamina, Bib Shepherd. Seems to have obvious leadership qualities, Nadia Duran, and maybe Bishop, I forget the rest of the name. The fourth one will be most useful from rising publicity point of view. Reiki and Bishop will be good or bad at dealing with the media. Honestly, all of them are good, and all of them, anyone is a good option, and anyone is a bad option too, depending on the
Okay.
kind of pressure that you want to give.
Okay, got it.
Six might have to broaden the appeal and get wider range of the public and interest. Rick and Angelique are likely to be in conflict with each other, Mo Sharif with Angelique and Nadia with Bishop. The eighth one will get on best as a group, not because the challenge is designed to fight according with the description of the participant. After all, complete decreases the money.
Okay. To find according, yes, I agree. I agree with the last one. Conflict increases the money. Maybe conflict increases the attention of public. Is that what you mean? It increases the attention of
Yes.
Yes.
Basically, if you read the description of the 12 possible participants, all of them, any combination of them is going to bring us a fight.
Mm-hmm.
There is no group of 6 participants without fight.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you very much. Group number 1, group number 2. I would have loved to hear like some of your reasons why. For example, that we think that's not a good participant because of this, or he will be awesome to the role because of that. I mean, I would have loved to hear that, but still, it was good. Thank you very much. Guys, I'm going to do the roll call, so let me know that you're here when you hear your name. Acevedo Cruz Saray. Albarracín Caballero Cristian.
I'm here.
Good. Ayala Viloria Joeli. Joeli. Okay, very good, Joeli. Vaca Yaina Andrea. Andrea. Okay, Andrea. Carrera Bonilla John Hammer.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Cordero Castellanos Brian.
Here, teacher.
Fonseca García Freddy.
I'm here.
Good. Liscano Ariza Judy.
Present, teacher.
Excellent. Lozada Díaz Diana. Muñoz Salazar Andrea. Andrea Muñoz. Is Andrea in the session? Pérez Ardila Natalie.
I'm here, teacher.
Great. Pinzón Linares Mayra.
Present, teacher.
Good. Rodríguez Llorente Harold. Harold, okay. Sandoval Miranda Angélica.
Hi, teacher.
Okay. Sierra Jaimes Daniela.
Present, teacher.
Great. Velasco Uribe Ana María.
Present, teacher.
And Vera Peña Jennifer. Is Jennifer here?
I'm here, teacher.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we have a lot of people missing today. 1, 2, 3. Only 3? Hold on. So we have Christian, Joely, Andrea Vaca. Oh, Judy was in the session. Okay. Okay, people. So, well, we have a couple of students missing today. And well, I guess that it's because it's Monday. It's Monday, no. It's Tuesday.
It's not Monday.
I know. It's Tuesday after a holiday. It feels like a Monday, it feels like a Monday because we just had a long weekend. So, today it's like Tuesday, but it's the first day of the week for the majority of us. So it feels like Monday. People, Okay, so right now we are going to start with our session with the second part of it. And we are going to start unit 9, that is about things to come. This unit, in this unit, we're going to review future forms and describing current trends. The vocabulary is going to be about describing the future and describing future development. And the task that we're going to be working on is a fantasy invention. So we are going to read this about the shape of things to come. And this is about 10 future trends to look out for, big big and small. So before we start, before we watch the video, we are going to predict some of the future trends. What do you think this text might be said about this topic? We are not going to take a look at them just yet. You know, we have 10 topics here, but we are not going to start talking about, we're not going to start reading about them. We're just going to have, we're going to give our guesses about what you think they're going to talk about in the article. Okay, so transport, what do you think, without looking at the article, what do you think they're going to say about transport in the future? What do you think they're going to say about transport?
Maybe about traffic jams.
About
That's
traffic
very
jam?
common.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think that we're going to talk about.
Okay, that it's going to be like wars or...
Yeah, the problems that people have when they are heading to their jobs, or if there is traffic and they are stuck in the middle of it for 1 hour, 2 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you think that they're gonna talk about like traffic being even worse than what it is now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, very good, Frey. So we will see. Danny, you were going to say something?
Yes, maybe traffic in the future will divide it because, for example, rich people would buy cars, flying cars, and medium and poor people use actually cars,
like regular cars. Yeah, regular cars.
Yes. So how do you say that? Como los estratos, como que
the social status. Okay, social status are gonna be like you're gonna see you're gonna see more
unequal the society.
Yes. Okay, and then in the transportation you will be able to see that, right? Exactly. You're gonna see like rich people flying with their flying cars, and then
for example people now rich people can travel in the ocean, for example, to see el Titanic, or maybe
yes,
to the
they can go to the moon.
Exactly. Yes. But only rich people.
Yes.
So it's a high possibility.
Yes.
About the transportation.
So now that Danny talks about, yes, Daniela, excellent. Now that Daniela talks about it, what have you heard about this? Well, I don't know what they call it. Well, I don't know the name of it.
The company?
No, the thing that they used to send
submarino,
but it's like a capsule that they used to send people to the Titanic, like down the ocean, deep down in the ocean.
Oh yes, the expedition.
Yeah, the expedition, yes. And then that was only for rich people. I think there were only like 5 or 6 people in that.
Sorry, 4 people, teacher.
4 people?
Yes.
And then how much did they have to pay? Did you know that? Like, did you know how much they had to pay?
$250,000.
Yes. Okay. $500,000. I guess. I think it's the amount. So imagine
50,000. Yes.
imagine the amount of money that they had to pay in order to participate in that and to go deep down in the ocean and see the Titanic. And now they are lost. They haven't found them, and they only had the enough oxygen to last, I think, for 96 hours. I think I was just like watching a video about it, and they got lost. I'm not sure when. I think it was on Sunday. Have you guys listened about this or heard about this?
No. I listen by
In Sunday, teacher?
No.
I read that they were looking for them.
Yeah.
I found out everything about all of you.
That they have like 90 hours.
Yeah,
for
96
oxygen.
hours of oxygen. Yes.
Yeah.
So 96 hours of oxygen, and now they cannot find them. And they were very like rich, like billionaire people. Right now less than 40 hours. So they still have. When did that happen? I think it was on Sunday. I think it was.
Yeah, teacher, Sunday.
Yeah, so on Sunday they got lost, and yeah, so they cannot find them anywhere. So that's a mystery. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen, but people from all over the world are now talking about it. And now that we're talking about transportation, there, what Daniela said is true. Maybe like rich people or billionaire people, they will be able to travel to the moon, or they will be able to travel to space, or deep down the ocean, you know, but they will need to pay like a lot of money, a lot of money. So of course this is something that not all of us can pay or can afford, because that's a lot of money. So yeah, maybe that's gonna be something interesting about the future. If they find them, they will be able to rescue them. Oh, because it's gonna take, because of the hours that they have left from oxygen. I would assume there is no equipment. Oh, okay. That's super sad, but it doesn't exist. Oh, okay. So, and then I listened that, or I heard when I was listening, I was watching the video, I was listening to the story, and then they said that they had never, they never did something similar. So it was like the first time they did something like that. So they were like what we call in Spanish like conejillos de indias, something like that, I would say. And then they had to sign like a 500 pages contract where they said like, okay, if something happens to you, then it was your decision. So they had to sign a 500 page contract. Imagine that. So we'll see what happens. What about diet? What do you think this article would talk about diet? What do you think this is going to say about diet? That maybe it's gonna be different, or
maybe only to supervise, no for aesthetic, because diet, okay, if our body needs proteins and vegetables and all of that, okay? Actually, nowadays people do diet to be fit. Yes. But for me, in the future, maybe people won't need diet to be fit, because plastic cirugías plásticas,
Plastic surgeries.
plastic surgery is more
They will be
cheap.
available. They will be available for everyone.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my goodness. I want to live in the future. Okay. Maybe. Okay, who knows? So we will see what they talk about diet, or maybe they will invent something so that we are all fit and yeah, I mean, maybe in the future they will invent something like that. Any other ideas? What do you think about diets, guys, in the future? Or do you think that diets will not exist? Or maybe foods will be different and we would not longer eat the way we eat right now, but we'll take pills instead. And then that's how we're going to survive, maybe taking medicine or taking pills instead of eating the actual food. What do you think?
I mean, how long in the future is the idea? So
Well, we don't know. I mean, we don't know if they're going to talk about 5, 10, 20 years, but let's just say that I don't know, in 2050, yeah, in like 30 years time, or 25, no, in what year is it? 2023. So let's say in 25 years time. So how do you think it's going to change?
in general, it was almost the same.
Do you think the diet will be the same in 25 years?
Yes, maybe.
Okay, we'll see. What about the environments?
Maybe like Simpson, we need to a big bubble.
And the movie, we needed a big bubble.
Yes,
Oh my
bubble
goodness.
right, like arenita, because environment is too
Oh my goodness, yes. And then
yes, teacher, because and now China or maybe Canada, people can go to a street because environment is hard, is full.
okay, that's
I
interesting.
think different.
Why? What do you think, Brady?
I think that we will be able to manage the environment, maybe the weather
Okay.
along with it, maybe to make it rain or to control if there is going to be dry season, we could make it rain.
That already happens. That already happens.
It already happens, yeah.
In Dubai,
But I think that we will
yes.
be able to manage more eco-friendly products in order to avoid the contamination that we've been causing lately. So that's what I think, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ray. That already happens in Dubai. You know, that's the desert.
Yeah.
So they when it rains there, it's not real rain, it's artificial. So I was reading about it, and then what they say is that they have these planes that go up to the clouds, and then I don't know specifically what they do with it, but basically what I understood is that with the chemics or something they mix, and then they make water, and when the drops are heavy, and then they go as it rain, and it creates rain, but it's not real rain. It's artificial. So when it rains in Dubai, it's not real. So what they do that it's because it's the desert, and of course it hardly ever rains in that part of the world. So yeah, so I think that's very that's
Yeah,
awesome. But I don't
like
know
we will be protecting the environment.
yeah,
That's
but
why
I
we
don't
have like electric cars and
exactly. It's yeah, it's
friendly
changing.
energy.
Yes, exactly. Okay, very good. What about the media, guys? What do you think like the media in general is going to look like in the future in some years? Like social media, the way we communicate, the way we read stories, the way we, everything in general.
Like maybe every single place on earth will be able to have access to the internet.
Okay.
So that will be something like the media will be widespread around the world.
Widespread. Around
Yeah.
the world. Okay. Okay. And then the
Like
technology.
remote areas
Okay.
for the
Okay.
remote area.
And then also the technology will be even better, right? Technology and the media will be even better and more advanced as it is now. Of course, it's always improving, it's always changing. So in 25 years, I think that everything will be so different. Now, if you think about it, the way we used to communicate 10 years ago, how was it? What do you guys remember? For example, let's talk about social media. So 10 years ago, that was in 2013. Yes. In 2013. Or let's talk about 15 years ago. 15 years ago. How did we, or how
Maybe like the magazines and the TV channels, they have the control of the information, because nowadays people have like they can share whatever they want through the social media because they have access to many apps. But 15 years ago it was different. I think it was more for the magazines, newspapers, like they have the control of the information. So it was different.
It was different. Yeah, for sure.
Everything had to be like the people had to read everything.
Yes, for sure. I agree. Thank you very much for that. What about business and services? What do you think?
Maybe like media, more advanced, because we would we will use the tools or technology to do our business or do our service.
Okay. Very good. Anybody else? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anybody else? No, nobody else. Okay. And what about society generally? What do you think societies are going to be like in the future?
Teacher, maybe using robots.
Using robots for
Yes. I
our.
don't know. I don't remember the name of this robot that can think, can talk, and even did stayed in a television programs. I don't remember that she said, or it said, I will kill you. I don't know. No, you remember? No?
I don't.
Anyone listen about that? I'm going to
search for it and then share it with us. That'll be interesting to learn about. Okay, thank you very much, Danny. We'll be find information about it and then you can share with us. Anybody else? Guys, come on. I have 13 students in class and I have only heard Daniela, Christian, and Freddy. So Angelica, I know that you want to talk, so I'll give you now the space to do it.
Yes, teacher. I want to agree that in a little that Daniela said it's true in this moment. the life with the robots. In fact, 2 weeks ago, I see a news that in Ecopetrol, they was starting to use a robot to send and share materials, papers, documents, and whatever things that you want to share with other labs that the local area is very useful, and they share the news about that.
Okay. Very good, Angelica. Thank you very much. What about the rest? So Danny just shared with us one video. Let me see. I mean, it has that. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording for a second. Yes, so
That's crazy.
Crazy. I mean, even to think about how she can talk, how can she, I mean, she's a robot, but still she can say,
She could understand and manage the answer. Yeah.
Everything. And she would not only answer the questions, she would also ask questions. So it's like having a conversation with a human being. So that's pretty like scary to see. And then she will give complete answers, full answers, not only like yes or no, but she would give complex answers as well. So that's pretty scary to see how robots like Sophia are going to be part of the future and the society one day. That's scary. I mean, I don't know, it's just like scary to think about because it's something that we are not used to. Of course, this is not something that happens in our daily life, so whenever we're facing something that is new to us, it can be scary. So maybe this is going to be something good for us or maybe not. So we don't know, we need to find out about it whenever it happens. So thank you very much for sharing, Daniela. Do you guys have any other idea or any other option or any other opinion about society in general?
Teacher.
Yes, Angelica.
Also, many people think that in the future, the AI, yes, AI intelligence.
Artificial intelligence, you mean?
Yes. Change the life like we can see, because for example, many jobs that the people make in this moment, in the future, these people can reemplazar. Sorry, teacher.
Yeah. They can be replaced. They can be replaced
with robots and specific AI.
Okay. So it's very interesting to talk about artificial intelligence, because now it seems that it is started to be popular among the societies, and people also, and then if you download, I don't know if that's an app, and then you can ask the app to give you advice or something. They would give you like great things, like great ideas. And I mean, it's just like crazy to think about how everything is changing. And then maybe some jobs will be replaced in the future by artificial intelligence. People say that teachers, like we will be replaced by artificial intelligence. So we don't know, like we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but we will see. So guys, we are going to watch a video where the Simpsons predict for 2023. So these are Simpsons predictions for 2023. Some of them sound a little bit crazy. Some of them are like, oh wow, maybe this can happen, or maybe this already happened. So we are going to, or maybe this already happened, not in 2023, but maybe in previous years, or maybe it's not going to happen in 2023, but maybe next year or in the next one, and so on. Okay, so we're going to watch this short video about the Simpsons. I mean, it's 8 minutes. I'm going to
Teacher, you tell us something? Because you were muted.
I was asking the same.
Oh, sorry.
We couldn't hear you. I was like, she's not gonna say anything about the video.
Sorry, I asked you a question, but I didn't realize that I was on mute. I asked you what you would think about the video, and thank you very much, Christian and Freddy. So
I mean, that was crazy.
yes,
Because I can say that Simpsons are very known because of that. Sometimes about the things that they have been showing on the TV show, they have been accurate.
yeah,
And it has happened, like Trump election.
like Trump's
We never
election,
thought that it
right?
was going to happen,
We
and it did in the
we
end.
never thought that Donald Trump was going to be the president of the United States. Never. And then they predicted that, and and then it
Yeah,
happened.
I mean, I was never expecting that he was going to win the election in the
Uh-huh.
U.S. because we knew that he was racist and he was promoting like racism, but in
And
the end he did, and
hates.
I mean, people voted for him in the
Yes.
U.S. and we were surprised.
And
And
then
also, I
make
think being
America
accurate
great
about
again,
the,
you know, with that
yeah,
slogan, like make America great again. But anyway.
that is stupid slogan, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
also about the maybe about the environment also they have been accurate, and the tension between the US and other countries like
And
China,
uh-huh.
the nuclear war that they will be having if it happens this
With
year, we don't know.
China. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. Thank you very much, Freddy. Anybody else? What was shocking for you about the video, or what is something that you think it's going to happen, or it's happening, or already happened, or you think it's crazy and you think that's not going to happen anytime soon? What do you think, guys?
Something similar happened in the World Cup the last year. Someone was saying the keeper came from the future and make their own prediction for every single match. The problem is this: if a person affirms that, there are only two options that you know there is saying the truth. All their predictions are correct or are incorrect. Because if you're in a situation that you have 50-50%, for example, the election of Trump, you have two options: get elected or not. So if all the predictions are true or are false, he's saying the truth. But if not, he's lying. And the problem is that person, all the predictions for every single match, all of them were mistaken. And the people say, when you have prediction for, I don't know, in that case I think was 32 matches, all of them 50-50 or winning the guy they're saying or not.
Okay.
about that is like you have to at least get the half of the predictions if
Half
you're
of
just
them.
bluffing.
Okay.
If you get all ground of all right, you are saying the truth, because the only way you can fail in all of them is if you know what is going to happen. And the only way that you get all right is because you also know what is happening. So that
Okay.
is the problem with that position. Every single response has to be correct, and all of them has to be incorrect from someone always saying or another truth.
Okay. Okay, Christian, that's a very interesting
That's
point of
true.
view.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Thank you very much for sharing. Here, Andrea Vaca says, I believe that one of the most probable is the war between the United States and China. There are many economics interests involved. I am impressed. There are many that are actually true, such as the one about electric cars. Yes. Well, there is actually or there has been many like stories behind, for example, the pandemic when COVID was part of our lives. I mean, it's still part of our lives, but when it was a pandemic world, I mean, of course, worldwide. Right now, I think, well, COVID is not a pandemic anymore. This is a kind of virus that we need to live forever with, and it's going to be present in our lives, but we now have vaccines and our bodies have created like enough, or our body is strong enough to fight the virus right now. So there were a lot of stories behind COVID, and many people said that that was war between China and the US, because if you think about it at the beginning, I'm not saying that I agree. I mean, I'm not saying that, oh yes, that's true, or I'm not saying that. I'm just giving you like something that people say, or used to say, and that is that at the beginning when everything happened in China, people people were having like a normal life. And then I remember that once I was watching a video, it was like 2020 or 2021, I don't remember. um there were like two guys from Mexico, I think, and they were recording like a shopping center or something. They were doing some grocery shopping at a store in China, and no one was wearing masks. No one was wearing masks. They were just having like a regular life, and then thousands of people, millions of people dying. And the United States was one of the countries that had more deaths around the world, and it was pretty serious in that country. And then in China, the story was totally different. So many people believe, or they have the thought that maybe China, it was a war between the US and China, and it was not with weapons. The war was not using weapons, it was using a virus. So many or a lot of viruses are emerging lately and nowadays, and they say, or some people think that in the future the wars are not going to be like weapons with like soldiers fighting once again each other, but it's going to be very different. So I don't know, what do you think about it? Do you guys think that that's crazy to think that maybe that's not true, or some of you say, oh yes, I agree, or I think that's
Like the creation of biological weapons. I mean,
yes,
that is close that that could happen. I agree with
yeah,
that.
or like viruses, and then people getting sick from those things, and people
That's what some
dying.
people were saying, like spreading
Yeah,
rumors that maybe China was the one to blame
for
for the
COVID.
creation of the virus, for the COVID
Uh-huh.
virus,
Yes, for
COVID-19
COVID.
virus.
And then it was against the US, because the US, they had more number. I think that's true. And yes, I mean, some people say that that was true, and then that is continue, and that is not the end. Have you ever, I don't know if you guys agree, or if you guys have agree with this, or if you believe in these things about people that predict the future. Some people say like, oh, I have the ability to,
fortune teller,
yeah,
something like that.
not like a fortune teller, but then people like, what is the name of this
That is
famous,
able to predict the future,
yeah,
to
that
say
is
what is
able,
going to happen.
yes, exactly. There was one, no Nostradamus, something like that. I'm not
Ah,
sure.
yes, I heard about it.
So if that person predicted so many things that have happened, and then that person has also said that like crazy things are gonna happen in the future related to health. So maybe that is true. Maybe that's gonna be kind of like war in the future, and we are going to be suffering a lot, which is super sad, which is crazy, but it seems to be the reality. What do you guys think about it?
I think that it is always going to be like a conflict between countries to show the about the power,
The power, yes, I agree.
show how powerful they are. So I think that is going to continue. We need to have the control over the resources, like the problem that is happening right now with between Russia and Ukraine, because Russia wants to take the control over the this natural resource, the gas. So that's why they want to. That's why they have this war that is being happening. So in the future, it is going to continue.
Okay, so yeah, for sure it's going to continue. So it's just crazy to think about what the future holds for the world, and I think it has to be with the society and the power that between countries or among countries. So my people, right now we are going on our break. After our break we are going to read the temperature trends, and then we are going to we are going to answer some questions, and we're going to be working on this. Okay, so but that is going to happen after our break, so I will see you shortly. See you guys.
Okay.
Okay, people. So we are back after our break. And now we are going to start reading about the future developments that we have here on on pages 88 and 87. Okay. So we have 10, so I'm going to ask 10 people to read. Okay, so the first one, can anyone please read the first one?
Me, teacher.
Okay, Natalie, go ahead.
So first one, it's unmanned flying vehicles or drones costing just a few £100 are set to become part of our everyday life in the next few years. Plans are underway to use drones equipped with high-definition video cameras for tasks ranging from delivering takeaways, meals, and parcels to tracking and deterring illegal purchase of rare species such as rhinos and tigers.
Okay, very good. Natalie, thank you very much. What do you think about this one, guys? This is about transportation, okay? This one talks about a kind of like transportation because it's talking about flying vehicles and or drones, okay? And then unmanned. What is the meaning of this word, unmanned? What is the meaning of this word? Or what do you think it means?
I mean, I think the test is trying to say that we doesn't have any word to describe the kind of vehicles. I mean, that we don't have anything to compare, like an helicopter, jet, car.
Not necessarily.
It's a vehicle
Maybe
with no pilot.
without anyone controlling
Yes.
the flying vehicle.
So it's the kind of vehicle that it doesn't need a pilot.
A pilot, yeah.
To control it.
Basically, a Tesla.
Yeah, kind of like Tesla right now. Yeah, right now, or a drone. You know, drones. I mean, they're controlled, but no one is. Of course, they're controlled. Someone there is like controlling on the
remote control,
flying,
yeah.
yes, but no one is there, like actually there. No one is controlling it like inside of it, or like a Tesla. Or like a Tesla. Also there are already cars in China that they are driverless. So they're unmanned, but they're not flying. But still, like no one is. I mean, you just type the direction or the address where you want to go, and then it just takes you, and no one is driving it. So that's crazy. I mean, it's like, wow, like super advanced. Of course, we don't have that kind of technology here just yet, but it will happen at some point. Okay, very good. Let's read number 2. Can anyone please the second one?
Can I read it?
Of course.
Okay. Robots could soon have the capacity to write new articles, generating stories from online data, headlines, statistics, and tweets, with no human input required. It is estimated that up to 20% of all news content could be written by robot writers. Football reports have already been successfully generated in this way.
Okay. So I think it's like it already happens with
AI, it is
yes,
happening,
exactly.
yeah.
It is happening. You just tell the app like the artificial intelligence that you need to write an essay about this
You have
topic.
to give the details and it will give you the full article.
Yeah, for sure. So it already happens. So we don't have to wait to the future because right now it's happening. Very good. Can anyone please read the third one? Let me show my screen here. Okay, John, thank you very much.
Can you up the screen, please? Okay, I can see now. It says, so far they have been slow to fulfill their potential, but it is predicted that in the next 5 to 10 years, the sale of electric vehicles will take off. And by 2020, more than 45 million electric bicycles, cars, and buses will be sold annually. This in turn will pave the way for new concepts such as pay by the kilometer motoring and so-called smart cards will offer the option of hands-free driving, moving auto, autonom, autonomously, that is the correct pronunciation, autonomously through modern cities.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, John. So it also talks about transportation, right? So we have here that in the next 10 years, the self-electric vehicles will take off. What is the meaning of take off? What is the meaning of that phrasal verb? What's the meaning of take off?
Teacher, in this context, because I understand that takeoff is when an airplane leave the alarm. Takeoff.
What is the meaning of that? Like in general.
To be able to fly, maybe.
Okay,
No?
so take off in Spanish means despegar. Okay, so take off means that these kind of vehicles will take off. It means like now they're not that popular, but in the future they will be very, very, very popular, and they will gain a lot of popularity among the societies. Okay, and it
like
says,
when we, sorry, teacher, like when we say in Spanish, ush, por fin despegó, por fin.
exactly. Like está despegando, o sea, está creciendo, está ganando popularidad, despegando. Exactly. So, but here it says that by 2020, more than 25 million electric bicycles, cars, and buses will be sold annually. Well, I'm not sure if that's amount of or that number that is 25 million are sold annually, but for sure we have I think bicycles are more common, like electric bicycle, but not exactly bicycles, but like or yeah, bicycles, electric bicycles. But I'm not sure if by 2020, I mean, if this prediction is accurate, maybe I would say that in 10 years, I would say that not by 2020, but by 2030, this prediction will be more popular by 2030, I would say. Can someone please read number 4?
Me, teacher.
Okay, very good, Angelica, thank you.
A new product has been patented that could revolutionize the way you eat. Breathable? Breathable, teacher?
No, that's
Breathable.
breathable
food. Breathable food. The idea is that you inhale calorific foods such as chocolate from a lipstick-sized inhaler.
Inhaler.
Thank you. Enabling you to enjoy much of the flavor without consuming any of the calories. Oh, amazing.
That's amazing. It's just like smelling like breathable food. So you just inhale it. You don't have to eat it, to swallow it, but just like inhale it, and then that's how you will get the flavor without consuming the calories. So that will be awesome. I mean, I would
Yes,
buy.
it's
That's
green of any fit person, and if you make a diet, it's perfect.
yes, for sure. Yes, it will be perfect. Thank you very much, Angelica. Let's read
That
number.
one is interesting.
Yeah, that one is very interesting. Yeah, that one is very, very, very interesting.
Tasting just the flavor.
Yeah. So if you want to eat a burger, if you want to eat chocolate, if you want to eat ice cream, just
That's
inhale it.
helpful.
You don't have, yeah,
And fries.
you don't have to swallow it. Just
Maybe if
inhale it.
you're anxious or something like that,
Yes,
it
yes.
could work.
If you need like a candy or something, and because you're anxious, and usually after eating, maybe there are some people that need to eat something sweet or have a sweet tooth or something. So that is actually healthy, because I've been watching videos about well, I was actually just watching one, and this lady, I don't know if she's a doctor or what, but she explains very interesting facts or very interesting things. And then she said that that cancer cells, they love sugar, and they also love acid food. So for example, meat, red meats, or sugar, or coffee. So they if you are sick, then you can just like inhale the food but no swallow it. So I think that will revolutionize the world, and the way you eat. So I think that's awesome. That will be a great invention. It doesn't exist yet, but maybe in the future, or maybe it does. Maybe it does exist, but we just don't know about it. What about the next? Can someone please read number 5?
After decades in which cheap air travel has seemed to be the way forward, the next decade or two will see the rise of global high-speed rail networks, connecting not just cities, but continents. Huge infrastructure projects could make rail travel between Europe, and China or Moscow and the Middle East a real possibility as rail increasingly becomes a driver of economic growth.
Okay, very good. What do you think about this? What do you think about this project about railways?
Amazing. More connected than now, because of course all countries depend each other. For example, after the pandemic more or showed us that, so which better form to grow or develop the economies, and not only economy, culture, and all aspects of our life.
Okay, very good. We'll see what happens. So far it's not reality. So far it's building these trains or these rail networks. I mean they connect cities and countries, maybe like in Europe.
La Ruta del Sol, 1000 años después y no está.
But yeah, but like in trains, we don't even have trains in Colombia. We don't. Like trains that connect one city to the other, we don't have trains. Or like in cities, maybe in Medellin has trains, has a train, but no other cities. I don't know, no other cities. So that's not very common in Colombia. It only happens in that city. Maybe there is another city that has train. Yes.
Here in Zipaquirá, we have a train, but it's usually used for tourism.
Okay, yes, like Tren de la Sabana, I guess it's called.
Yes, teacher, is that?
Yeah, it's just for tourism, right? So if they want to go from I think Bogota to Zipaquirá, but it's not like, for example, oh, I don't want to drive to work, so I'm gonna take the train, or I want to go to another city, so maybe I don't need, or I don't have or I simply don't want to fly and I'm just gonna take a train, and then you take a train to go from one city to the other. We didn't have that. We didn't have that possibility here in Colombia. So in European countries, there is a possibility to go from one country to the other by train, but we don't have rail networks connecting continents. We still don't have that. So maybe at some point in the future, we're gonna get a huge infrastructure that connect those continents with each other. So yeah, we'll see what happens. What about number 6? Can someone please read number 6?
Okay. Priority queuing a concept already familiar. If you're traveling with budget, airlines could soon change the face of the service industry. The idea is that you pay extra to save time, allowing you to use a faster motorway lane or jump to the front of the queue. Yeah, it's not a good idea. In a theme park, for example, and effectively creating 2 tiers of service.
Okay, so that already happens. The priority queuing. So you pay extra in the airport. Well, I'm not sure if in Colombia it happens, but in the United States, you can pay extra and then you go faster in the line. So you don't have to go through security, making like the long queue. It's just fast.
Yeah,
so they're usual. Yes, Christian.
I mean, my only problem with that is how can you be sure that is not make that line always longer and longer on purpose?
What do you mean?
I mean, you can avoid the queue paying.
Yes.
You're going to enter in the airplane, sorry, before. But how can you be sure that it's not made on purpose? I mean, how, if I am the owner of the airline, for what reason I wouldn't do that the queue is longer, takes too much time, that a lot of people wants to pay me to avoid all that process.
Yeah.
Because I know that I'm winning more money with that.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't know, I don't know it, why. So for me, it's like, if I want more money, just I'm going to make that way longer that I can.
Okay, that's perception, or that's what, maybe that's your idea. That's perfectly fine. But it's something that happens. It's something that already exists. It's something that in the airport, usually when you are going to board, it saves you time, because when you get to the airport, you need to be on time, because of course you need to go through security, and that takes time. So usually,
Teacher, I guess that, sorry for interrupting you.
No,
I
it's
guess
okay.
that maybe this tool is made for people that used to be late, and for that reason
Yes,
they want to
that was
be
my
quickly
point.
in that.
That
Yes.
was going to be my point. Since, for example, if you have a domestic flight, you have to be, let's say that your flight is at 9 a.m. So you got to be at the airport no later than 8, right? That it means that if it's a domestic flight, that means from different cities in the same country, you have to be 1 hour before your flight, because it takes a lot, or it can take a lot of time going through the security checkpoint. So usually for people that are regularly late and they don't like to be at the airport such a long time, so they pay for that extra to save time. So they say, okay, if my flight is at 9 a.m., maybe we're going to start boarding at 8:40 or 8:30, let's say. I have to be at the airport at 8. So I don't want to be at the airport at 8. I want to go to the airport at 8:30. So when I go to the airport, I just go through the fast line and I go through security real quick, and then I don't have to wait in line or like wait in the queue. So I just go straight to the checkpoint. So this is something
Teacher,
that happens. Yes.
If I could, I would take that opportunity because, for example, in my case, when I want to travel to another city, I have to go to Bogota. But even though that Zipaquirá is close to
It
Bogota,
takes a lot.
there are a lot of traffic jam
Yeah.
between those cities, and for that
Yeah,
reason, I
for
have
sure.
to get off my home maybe 4 hours
4
ago, and
hours
yes,
before
teacher,
your
and
flight.
that's annoys
It's a
me, but
lot.
I have to do it
That
if
and
I want to go quickly, early.
yeah,
Sorry.
yes, for sure. And that is something that also happens in parks like Universal and Disneyland. They have this priority queuing. However, so many people pay for that in those parks that you will still have to make the line and wait in line in the priority line. So it's some people say, no, that's not worth it if I'm gonna make, because usually when you go from, if you want to ride one of the attractions, you have to wait like 1 hour, 2 hours to ride because the lines are massive, are so long. So people pay that extra so they don't have to wait that long. They still have to wait because like so many people, a lot of people visit those parks every single day. So for example, if it takes 2 hours, then if you pay extra, you only wait for 1 hour. So it's just like it saves time and you don't get that tired of waiting. So I think that's awesome, but it can be expensive, it can be pricey. Next one, can someone please read number 7? Number 7, please.
Me, teacher.
Thank you.
The global middle class, interconnected by a massive boom in internet use and mobile device, is set to increase to some 5 billion by 2020. Astonishingly, between 2006 and 2012, the number of university educated people in the world increased from 1% to 7%, due largely to a huge expansion of higher education in China and India.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Danny. Thank you for reading. Okay, so it's talking about internet use and mobile devices. It's set to increase to 5 billion by 2020. So it's getting a huge expansion worldwide. So it's happening and it will continue happening. Let's read number 8. Can anyone please read number 8? Okay, Christian, go ahead.
Global consumer demand will have a huge impact on natural resources like water, meaning that big companies such as soft drinks manufacturers will have little choice but to adapt and invest in greener options. Sustainability will simply become a smart business.
Okay, very good. Yes. So at some point in the future, they won't have more choice. So they have to adapt and invest in greener options. Okay, let's see. Can Maida Pinson, can you please read number 9? Maida Pinson, number 9, please.
Yeah, teacher.
Please read number 9.
As new markets and opportunities in China and India emerge, it is expected that educated professionals from Europe and the USA will flock to Asia in what some call reverse brain
Brain, brain drain.
Brain.
Okay.
Okay.
Very
Yeah.
good. Thank you very much, Maida. Thank you. What do you think about brain drain? What is brain drain? Have you ever heard about this expression, brain drain?
Teacher, I guess that maybe we study this expression in this course, and brain drain
Yes.
is something that, for example, people that used to live in Colombia want to go abroad just because they think that abroad they are better opportunity than here.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much, Harold. For sure, we have studied this topic before, or with this expression. So a brain drain is a situation in which large numbers of smart and educated and skilled people leave their own country to, let's say, leave Colombia to live and work in another one where they pay, where the payment and conditions are better. So for example, they go and study master's degree, and then they go and live in another countries because they think that here in Colombia it's not worthy, and the salary and the payment conditions and just the living conditions are not like enough here, or are not good here. So here it says, as new markets and opportunities in China and India emerge, it is expected that usually professionals from India and from China, they move to Europe and they move to the US. But now it's going to be the opposite. It's going to be professionals from European countries and professionals from the US will fly to Asia to work there, to live there, because the salary and the conditions are better in those countries. So that's what is called a reverse brain drain. And then the last one, Ana Maria Velasco, can you please read the last one?
Yes, teacher. Cyber worms fought by cyber soldiers may sound like fantasy, but military experts around the world accept that this science fiction scenario is likely to become a reality. This so-called fifth battlefront alongside land, sea, air, and space will center around the control of information and will mainly involve espionage and hacking.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for reading. So cyber wars, are cyber wars common right now, or they don't exist? What do you think? Or maybe they do exist, but they're not that common, will become or they will gain popularity in the future. What do you think?
Teacher, I guess that maybe nowadays cyber wars exists. Maybe we can see this situation when, for example, organization like Anonymous try to intercept system that belong to other people.
Yes, to the government, especially.
Yes, like a cyber war
attack. Yes. So they attack government, and they attack websites, official websites from the government. Yeah, for sure. That is not that common, but it is. I mean, we still find, and maybe Anonymous is like the most common worldwide. Maybe there are more, but Anonymous is probably the best well-known in the country, in the country, not in the world. But at some point in the future, maybe it's going to be very popular, and it's not going to be just that Anonymous, but we'll have more. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, people, we are going to see if the pairs of phrases are similar or different in meaning. So we are going to explain any important differences. So we're going to see become a reality or meet with resistance. Is it different or is it the same? So here we have that this is the same. It has a different meaning. Number two, gain in popularity and catch on. That is a synonym. So these two sentences are similar or they have a similar meaning. What about number 3, emerge, adapt? Do you think that they have a different or a synonym or a similar meaning? Emerge and adapt.
Teacher, I guess that it's a little bit different just because emerge is something that is about to born. Is that word?
So maybe it doesn't exist.
Yes, and adapt it's maybe can relate it. That's something that really exists, but
That
is
already
about to
exists.
become more popular or is about to become self-confident and something like that.
Okay, so when we were talking about like this, I think it was number 7. No, number 8. Yes, no. What was it? From the greener, oh, this one, number 8. So global consumer demand will have a huge impact on natural resources like water, meaning that big companies such as soft drink manufacturers will have little choice but to adapt. So they already exist, but they need to adapt themselves and invest in greener options. So for sure, emerge and adapt have a different meaning. Okay. What about number 4, a massive boom and a huge expansion? Different or similar?
For me, they are synonyms.
Okay, so they're synonyms, so they're similar. What about the rest? What do you guys think? A massive boom or a huge expansion?
I agree with you.
The same.
Similar?
Similar.
Okay, similar meaning. Yes, they have similar meaning. Yeah, for sure. What about number 5? Have a huge impact on or change the face of. It's gonna change the face of.
Similar to, teacher.
Aha. Okay, so it has a similar meaning as well. Have a huge impact on something or someone and change the face of something or someone. They have a similar synonym, a similar meaning. Sorry. Yes.
Change the face. The face is the same that change the course of something.
Change the face or change the course.
The course, yes, like the direction of or.
I mean, it's similar.
Okay.
Change the face, change the course. I mean, similar, but at the same time, no. Because when you say have change the face of, maybe it's the way in which you see something, in which you perceive something, and then when you say change the what was the first one? The course. It means that take a different path. So maybe it's not in this way, but let's go in that way. So it has kind of like a different, it has a different meaning. Yes. So change the face of is like change the way in which people see that. Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
The other option is like more change the fate or destiny of someone. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then have a huge impact on. So they have a synonym. They have a similar meaning. What about number 6? Natural resources and infrastructure.
For me, are different, teacher.
Different. Okay. Thank you very much, Angelica. What about the rest? What do you think?
Difference to, teacher.
Different, right? Different. Natural resources, infrastructure. No. Difference for sure. Pave the way for or be underway. First of all, what is the meaning of pave the way for?
Como poner en marcha.
Okay. Yes. Poner en marcha. What else? Do you have any other meaning? Or do you agree with that meaning?
I don't sure, but maybe similar because the other is like in Spanish, aplanar el camino. That
be underway.
that you can going.
That you can go. Okay, so when we say are underway to, or like be underway to, is underway, are underway, it means that it's in progress, it's something happening now. Okay, and then pave the way for, it's also like to make it easier for something, or for something to happen, or for someone to do something. So pave the way and be underway, they have a similar meaning. Okay, and what about the last one, market forces and economic growth? What do you think?
Difference?
Difference, okay.
Because market forces is like be or don't have enough talk, maybe like
Okay.
that. Growth is the like you have money, maybe for me.
Okay, so economic market forces are, or they refer to supply and demands.
Like factors on it,
What do you say, Christian?
like factors on the market, like demand and
Supply
offer.
and demands. Yeah,
Yeah,
supply
supply
and
and
demands.
demand. What are the competition, if there is a monopoly or
Yeah.
that stuff.
Exactly. And then economic growth. So examples of market forces will be like maybe the government and its regulations, the technological advancements, the competition, maybe it could be. Okay, Harold. Okay, very good. No worries. Okay, not a problem. So, and then economic growth. What do you think? So do you think they're similar or they're different?
There are different teachers.
Yes, they are. They're different. Okay, people. So now we are going to work individually on this part. You are going to complete the table using a dictionary to help you if necessary. So for example, we have the verb boom, we have the noun that is the same boom, and then the adjective. What will be the adjective of boom? We have the verb emerge. What is a noun of for emerge, and what is the adjective for emerge? We have the noun expansion. What is the verb for expansion and the adjective? We have potential. Potential is the noun. There is no verb for potential. And what is the adjective? Revolutionize, that's the verb. What is a noun and what is the adjective? And sustainability, that's a noun. What is the verb and what is the adjective? Okay, so you're going to take some minutes to think about it. Maybe try to think about this without looking at a dictionary first. And then if you need to look at it, if you need to find the verb or the noun or the adjective in a dictionary, you can do it. Okay, is the activity clear?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so please start and let me know as soon as you finish. Thank you. So again, that is on page 87, exercise number 5. Complete the table, use a dictionary to help if needed. So I'm going to help you with the first one. So we have the verb is boom, the noun is boom as well, and the adjective could be booming. Okay, that's the adjective, booming. So that is what you're going to do. So please start. When you guys finish, let me know, okay? Thank you. Okay, so we have Harold and Angelica who already finished. What about the rest? Do you finish or do you need more time?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher, what? Finish or do you need more time? What? Yes to what? Hello, guys, did you finish or do you need more time?
Teacher, in my case, I finish.
Okay, thank you very much. What about the rest? Guys, it's just a simple question. Like it's not going to take you a long time to answer, to reply. Please. Do you need more time or did you finish?
I finish.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. So let's see, guys. Let's start. The verb is emerge. What do you think the noun is?
Teacher, could be emergence.
Emergence. Okay,
Yes.
not emergency, emergence.
Emergence, yes.
Okay, and what about the adjective?
Emergent.
Emergent.
Emerging. Okay, with ing at the end.
Yes.
Okay.
Teacher, Yes. Are there one of more possibility for nouns and adjective?
Nope.
Teacher, but
Nope.
also you don't have possibility that the final are ed
Emerged. Yes.
emerged.
Yes. For the adjective, it could be emerging or it could be emerged. Yes. Yes. For the adjective, yes. For the nouns, that's the only noun that can be emergence. Okay. What about expansion? What is a verb for expansion?
Expand. For the verb.
Expand.
Expand. Okay. Expand, expansion, adjective.
Expanded.
Expanded. Okay. Okay.
Can we put expansive?
Which one? Hold on.
Expansive.
Expansive.
Yes, no, expansive, not like expensive, no. We can change the E like for A. Expansive, like expansivo.
Okay. Expansive. I would say expand, expansion, expansive. Expansive means covering a wide area, expansing, expanding. Expandable. Okay. Yes, yes to expansive, because it's to expand, to make something like bigger. Expansion, expanding, yes. Let me see the expandable. Never heard of it. Let me expandable. Let me check. Well, okay, Angelica, yes. Because if we're talking, for example, like an expandable like expandable storage in a cell phone or in a computer, that means if you say, oh, that computer doesn't have an expandable storage. So if you say expandable, it means that you can, like, that means to be able to make it something, to make something more expansive, more extensive, yeah, capacity. Yes, that one is about capacity. And the verb is to expand, to make it like bigger, wider. So yes, Angelica, yes, that is a possibility for the adjective. Yes, for sure. So for the noun, we have potential. We don't have a verb for potential. What about the adjective? What adjective do you have for potential?
Potentiable.
Potentiable. Okay. Okay. Do you have another one? Potentiable.
Teacher, potent words in this category? Potent.
Potent.
For example,
well,
I can see it.
Yes, that's
know.
an adjective. Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Uh-huh. Yes, for sure. That's an adjective as well. Potentially. So potentially we have potent, the one that you said. What was the other one that you said, guys?
Teacher, I searched potentially in the dictionary, and the type of the dictionary describe this word like adverb, not like adjective.
No, it can also be an adjective.
Yeah.
Potentially. Okay. Yes. Yes. Uh-huh.
So teacher, sorry to interrupt you. When we know that we use this for adverb and also for adjective.
Okay, so that's a big discussion because it's gonna take a lot of or like a deeper explanation here, but next cycle, when we get to B2.5, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about how to form adjectives, how to form adverbs, how to form. That is something that I've been preparing already for you guys, because in B2.5, we don't have books. So in B2.5, we are going to talk about several things, like we're going to work on essays, we're going to be working on part of a speech, we are going to be talking about several things, and that is one of the topics that we are going to be working on. That is, you know, when to use an adverb, how to form an adverb from an adjective, because there is no specific rules for that. So that's why I cannot give you like a full answer right now, because it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take like going deeper into that topic. But for sure, we're going to study that next cycle, Angelica, for sure. It's going to be one of our topics, okay? Because that can be a little tricky sometimes. Have you, well, in your exams, sometimes you have to transform a sentence, and you have to say, for example, okay, so you have a text and you are given a word, and then it says you have to transform that word so in order that it fits in that particular empty space, or in that blank. So for example, they give you the word happy. Happy is an adjective, right? But then you cannot use happy in that blank, because it wouldn't make sense. So you have to transform the word happy into, for example, happiness, okay, or happily. So you need to be able to understand how to transform a word that is an adjective, how to transform it to a noun, or how to transform an adjective into an adverb. Okay, so that is what we're going to study next cycle for sure. Okay, good. What about revolutionize? Revolution, that will be the noun. What about the adjective?
Revolutionary.
Revolutionary, yes. Revolutionary, yes, revolutionary. And the last one, 10, we have noun sustainability. What is the verb for sustainability?
Sustainable.
The verb. That is the adjective. Sustain. The adjective is sustain. Yes, sustain. And the adjective.
Sustainable.
Sustainable. Yes, sustainable. Sustain, sustainability, sustainable. So people, this is going to be very important. So next cycle in B2.5, that means when we finish the B2 level, we are going, or you guys are going to take a test that is called First Certificate English. So this First Certificate English is probably, I'm not going to say that, well, I'm not going to say that it's a difficult test, but for sure, it's going to be the most advanced test that you have taken during this course. And it requires a lot of understanding on this topic, like how to transform some, for example, some nouns to adjectives, or how to transform an adjective to a noun, or how to transform a verb to a noun or an adjective or an adverb. Okay, because we have four content words. I mean, we have more, but content words are the ones that give content. So the most common the most common ones are verb, noun, adjective, and adverb. Of course, we have more, but those four are the ones that we can transform. So next cycle, we are going to be working a lot on this and doing like a lot of practice related to this topic, because for sure you are going to need it. and you need to be able to transform or learn how to transform those words into the correct category. Yes, kind of. No, I'm just kidding. No, guys, it's just gonna take a lot of practice, but it's not difficult. It's just practice. I always say the same. It's just practice. It's not gonna be that hard. Okay, people. So tomorrow we are going to work on future forms. The idea was to work on a Kahoot today, but of course we are not going to have time. So tomorrow we are going to review future forms, and we're going to review like will to make predictions, going to for predictions. Yes, Daniela, yes, for sure. Yeah. We'll going to present phrases to convey a future meaning, a model in past form, used to talk about the future, a future model, a future passive form, the future continuous, a future in the past, the future perfect, or past in the future. So we're going to be working tomorrow about future forms. And it's to talk. Yes, no worries. I will stay with you. So tomorrow we're going to be working on that. Okay. So guys, we can finish for today. Thank you very much for your hard work. Thank you very much for being here today. I will see you tomorrow. Good night, guys. Take care. Bye bye.
Thank you for your time. Bye.
Bye bye. Take care. Bye.
Bye bye, teacher.
Hi, teacher.
Bye bye.